Right now, we discuss about deductible temporary differences. So it leads to uh, deferred tax assets. The deferred tax assets must also satisfy the recognition criteria given uh, given in LKS or IAS, right? So this is that a deferred tax asset should be recognized for all deductible temporary differences to the extent that it is probable, right? It's a tax probable that taxable profit will be available against which it can be utilized, right? Now the deductible temporary difference means, for example, we are paying higher tax. We are paying higher tax than we estimated in the accounting treatment. It means we paying tax in advance. This time there will be a provision that it's like what is asset, no? We paid advance, we paid tax in advance. It's mean the asset. In future, we can utilize these higher taxes to recognize this additional tax as an asset. We have to have a taxable profit in the future, right? If there is a chance to continuously make loss in the future period, we can't recognize deferred tax assets. So transaction that affect statement of profit or loss account. Transaction that affects the statement of profit loss account, especially deductible temporary differences which are leading to deferred tax assets. The cost, retirement benefit cost, provision for pension, provision for gratuity, like that. The retirement benefit cost are deducted from accounting profit as a service is provided by employee. They are not deducted in determining taxable profit until the entity pays, right? The tax authorities will not recognize that provisions until it pays either retirement benefits or contribution to the fund. This may also apply to similar expenses. Provisions. No provisions will be accepted in the tax authorities. Accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation. We know that the accounting depreciation is not deductible expenses. We can't deduct from the profit to find out the taxable profit. The accumulated depreciation of an asset in the financial statement is greater than the accumulated depreciation allowed for tax purposes up to the end of reporting period, right? In other side, right? Now the carrying value is less than the tax base. Carrying value is less than the tax base. The cost of inventories, cost of uh, goods, no, cost of goods sold before the end of reporting period is deducted from accounting profit when goods or services are delivered. This is the normal accounting practice, but it is deducted from taxable profit when the cash is received. But in tax accounting, we follow not accrual basis, we follow cash basis. And the net realizable value of inventory, NRV of inventory, or recoverable amount of an item of property, plant, equipment falls and carrying value, and the carrying value is therefore reduced. Right now, at the time of purchase of the asset, the value of the asset say 5 million. At present, the value of asset 3 million. Now the carrying value is reduced, no, but the reduction is ignored for the tax purposes until the asset is sold. Research cost or an organization or the startup cost are recognized as an expense for accounting purposes, but these expenses are not deductible against taxable profit until a later period. And income is deferred, postponed. for the future period. Income is deferred in the statement of financial position, but has already been included in the taxable profit in current or prior period. Now we'll see the fair value adjustments and revaluations. Current investments or the financial instruments like stocks or debts may be carried at fair value, which is less than the cost. I say, for example, at the time of purchase of shares, the value of the share is 1,000, the debt is 1,000, but at present the value of the share or the bond or the debt is 90 rupees. That's 900, like that. This is less than the purchase price, face value, but no equivalent adjustment is made for tax purposes. And recognition of deductible temporary differences, again, right? The liability side, right? Liability. So it leads to deferred tax assets. Let us lay out the reasoning, the logic behind the recognition of deferred tax asset arising from deductible temporary differences. Number one, when a liability is recognized, it is assumed that its carrying amount will be settled in the form of outflow of economic benefit. Yeah, it will be settled in the form of outflow of economic benefit from the entity in the future period. So this definition is given in the framework, right? Framework. When these resources flow from the entity, outflow, no, it's an outflow. Part or all may be deductible in determining taxable profit of a period later, it means future, than that in which the liability is recognized. A temporary tax difference, then exists between the carrying amount and the carrying amount of the liability and its tax base, right? The difference between carrying amount and tax base of a liability. Deferred tax asset therefore arise, representing the income taxes that will be recoverable in the future period when that part of the liability is allowed as a deduction from the taxable profit. Similarly, when the carrying amount of an asset is less than its tax base, right? When the carrying amount of an asset, this paragraph is talk about liability, right? This paragraph is talk about asset. When the carrying amount of the asset is less than its tax base, the carrying value is less than the tax base, the difference give rise to a deferred tax asset in respect of the income taxes that will be recoverable in the future period. It means we are paying presently we are paying higher taxes due to the differences in their carrying amount and tax base. So this is the example illustration, deductible temporary differences. Pragatha Co. recognizes a liability of 10,000 for accrued product warranty cost on 31st December 2017. It's a provision, no? It's a provision. So they sold some sort of items. For that item, they make provision 10,000 as a warranty. Our customers will claim for warranty. So therefore, they reserve $10,000. So this product warranty cost will not be deductible for tax purposes until the entity pays the claim. So the as we discussed earlier, no provisions will be allowed for tax deductions. So for the accounting profit, they deduct 10,000, but the tax authorities will not accept as a deduction. The tax rate is 25%. So we know that the carrying amount is 10,000, but tax base is zero. Because it will be recognized at the time of payment of the warranty. State the deferred tax implication of the situation. Right. What is the tax base of the liability? It is nil. Right. This nil. Carrying amount 10,000 minus the amount that will be deductible for tax purposes in respect of the liability in the future period. How much? Also 10,000. 10,000 minus 10,000 equals 0. Tax base equals 0. So we already discussed about this one in detail. When the liability is settled for its carrying amount, the entity's future taxable profit will be reduced by 10,000, and so that its future tax payment by 10,000 into 25%. So we paid high, right? High tax. The accounting profit is less. Accounting profit is comparatively 10,000 less. So due to that, our profit will be increased. Accounting profit will be increased. Therefore, sorry, due to the accounting treatment deducted 10,000 as expense. Due to this, the accounting profit will be lower. Accounting profit will be lower. Then uh, we estimated a lower tax, but this 10,000 deduction is not accepted by the tax authorities. Therefore, their profit is high. Their taxable profit will be high. Then we have to pay higher tax. So higher tax equal 2,500. The difference of 10,000 between the carrying amount of 10,000 and tax base 0 is deductible temporary differences. So the liability, carrying value is higher than its tax base. The liability, now it's become deductible temporary differences. If it is asset, then it's become as a taxable temporary differences. Right? The entity should therefore recognize as a deferred tax asset. Deferred tax asset of 10,000 into 25% equal 2,500. Deferred tax asset 2,500, provided that it is probable that the entity will earn sufficient taxable profit in future. Right? We can recognize only we have certain that in future our organization will earn profit, taxable profit, future period, to benefit from the reduction in tax payments. And taxable profit in the future period. Taxable profit in the future period. For a deferred tax asset to be recognized, sufficient future taxable profit must be available, right? In future, we have to earn profit, taxable profit. Otherwise, no meaning of reserving, recognizing as an asset, as current assets. So for a deferred tax asset to be recognized, sufficient future taxable profit must be available against which deductible differences can be utilized. Unused tax losses and unused tax credit. I already explained these two terms earlier. An entity may have unused tax losses or credits. It means that is which it can offset against taxable profits at the end of period. Should a deferred tax asset be recognized in relation to such amount? If we have question that in future period we will have loss, that time we can't utilize the deferred tax asset. IAS 12 states that deferred tax asset may be recognized in such circumstances when, to extend that that is probable future taxable profit will be available. Future taxable profit will be available against which the unused tax losses and unused tax credit can be utilized. So that future profit should be enough even after considering or using unused tax losses or unused tax credit. Then only we can recognize as asset. Now we came to the last slide of this session. So summary, right? Summary, the tax treatment, the major reason for the differences, the deferred tax, is the differences between the accounting treatment and the tax treatment. The tax treatment differs from accounting treatment. That's why temporary differences arises on assets. Temporary differences arising on asset. So it can be divided into two. First, we have to compare carrying amount and tax base. For asset, in case of asset, if the carrying amount is higher than tax base, it will consider as taxable temporary differences. Then future taxable profit will be increased. Future, so it's mean in future, at present we are paying less tax. In future we have to pay higher tax. Therefore, in the current year, recognize deferred tax liability. It's a provision. At present we are paying less tax. It's mean in the future we have to pay higher tax. To meet that expense, we have to make some kind of arrangement that's called deferred tax. So when carrying amount is less than the tax base, so deductible temporary difference will arise. Deductible temporary difference will arise. It leads to future taxable profit will reduce. Future taxable profit will reduce. It's mean we are at present we are paying higher tax. In future, it's mean in future we have to pay lower tax. So, the paying higher tax is kind of advance payment. It's kind of asset. So when therefore in the current year recognize deferred tax asset, but there's a condition. What is that? In the future we have to have enough future profit, enough taxable profit in the future. And that's all on today's presentation. If you have any doubt, you can post your questions.